How did you find the online learning experience? Was the admission process difficult for you? Like, whatever the information given to you at the time of admission was it like sufficient for you to make a decision that you would like to enroll for this course, and so on? Like, how did you find that?
Yeah, absolutely. It was really much easier because I thought it would be really much tough to get admission. I mean, the process would be so complicated because I had no idea. I had really no idea about how the distance education would be like. So, because I had no idea about it, and I really wanted to I wanted to experience actually how distance education provides students a better education or not. And also, I would like to share my personal experience with you. As at that time, I had applied for New Zealand visa, for student visa, and my documents were all stuck in the embassy for 3 months. So I had no choice. I had to, I had dreams to study abroad, but then my documents were all stuck in the embassy, and I couldn't apply anywhere in Delhi University. So I had no option at all. So one day I was just Googling, and then I got a few universities online education, and Don Bosco University attracted me, and I went there and saw the websites, of course, and spoke to one of the representatives, and she was really helpful to me.
Yeah, it wasn't that difficult because I got almost all the information I needed from the website, and then I registered. I was contacted by one person. Yeah, the person kept calling and then making sure that I had all the certificates and all this thing in place. So it wasn't that challenging.
Okay.
I carried it excellent because right from the inception, right from the time I started this admission process with the university, I had a very pleasing and welcoming first impression. Kandara, who was the first to admit me, was so friendly and so helpful. I did not have any problem. And during the studies process now, the whole team was so helpful. Although we bothered them, they were still very patient enough, understanding circumstances through which we were going, and they were so helpful. So I admired. I did not see such an amazing team. We have nothing much to pay to them, but a big thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, what I've realized when I started my studies, I think the world to be a small village, whereby I'm learning from far distance, but I'm able to get the materials. I'm able to see somebody online talking to me, although I cannot see his or her face, but we can get the message from each other. So an online studies for me, it was is a bigger chance that everybody could really have a chance to grab whatever he or she wants. I can say an online studies is a major tool that will help a lot of people around the world to improve their educations. Like in my country, it had been in war for almost 50 years. Before that time, there was nowhere that you can go for education. Others managed to finish their secondary school. Others managed to finish the primary school. They joined the army to fight against the regime. That means most of young people pass their younger age without getting enough education. Now coming to the time where there is online studies, is give people chance to study and acquire education that they have lost during their early age. And if I look at myself, I could be another example. If I look at myself now, I could say at this time, if I were to be in a developed country where I can study my education earlier, I would have been a doctorate at this time. But since there was a war in my country, I was disadvantaged. I could not have a doctorate on time. That's why I'm still doing my bachelor's, and hopefully I will still go up to the doctorate.
It was really fantastic, actually. At the beginning, I sent emails actually to 3 universities. But the first university that I received reply was Don Bosco. Then I started with that Don Bosco. Then whenever I had any concerns about anything, so I received like within few hours or the other day. and it was transformations were transparent, and that's why I could register myself, and even I encourage my other colleagues and friends to study in this university. Thank you.
Yeah, information is okay and everything. It's went smooth, but still I believe it can be some documents. I need to send it through post.
Right.
Maybe you can later you can improve this by just uploading the documents to the instead of sending through the post.
Okay.
That's so otherwise it's all okay. But yeah,
all right.
Team is good. Yeah.
All right.
Actually, because it was the beginning to start on distance learning in the beginning when I was starting in 2013 earlier. So the registration was fine, and it was the same process that everybody has to undergo. So when they request me to provide all the requirements, which I did, so I provide them with all the information they need from me. Then later the person, I receive a call, that's a phone call from the person who was there by then. So he called me, he explained to me the whole details and the whole process in the university. So I went and I checked everything, and after whole they give 15 days to wait, then they go through my document. When I scan the document, I send to them. So after 2 weeks, then they say, okay, now I was qualified. So I think the process was very fine. Yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning it was, I'm not used to understand how the system works. So at the beginning I saw like it was slow, but later I understand like the university is slow and is working over a number of students, and at the same time enrollment takes a lot of processing. So I had to ensure that I'm in the same page. I had communication with some of your representatives here. So I had to understand all this, and everything went on smooth. I got everything I want. Whenever I have some inquiries, I'll get the response in time.
Okay.
So the admission was perfect.
All right.
And
All right.